Caleb didn't find God when he came to AA. He ran out of places to crash his life. He walked in like a beat-up ship limping into harbor, leaking shame and smoke still coming off his last bad decision. Everyone kept talking about step 3 like it was some big mystical leap. Caleb just thought, relax, I just need to not die this week. After a few meetings, his sponsor hit him with this. Newsflash, kid, you already started step 3 the day you kept coming back. You decided AA was safer than your own genius ideas. That's turning your life over, whether you give it a church word or not. Caleb hated how true that felt. In anything related to booze, though, he quietly made AA the boss. Meetings instead of bars, sponsor instead of dealer, group instead of isolation. Without realizing it, he'd parked his sinking ship in this weird harbor and handed the wheel over to a room full of strangers. One night he snapped, I don't like the word submission. His sponsor shrugged. Call it what you want, agreeability, surrender, humility, but with that ego in charge, a word could cost you your life. All I know is when I ran my own life, it caught fire. Submission to God was just me finally admitting I suck at being God. As Caleb worked the steps, something unexpected happened. The more he turned it over, the more clearly he could actually think. Letting a higher power in didn't make him a robot, and it made him less imprisoned by his own worst instincts. He noticed that mutual sharing and caring in the rooms wasn't weakness, it was a kind of strange strength. Hurt people offering each other a way forward that none of them could build alone. The more his attitude toward God softened from enemy to stranger to maybe, the more his ability to show up for others grew teeth. One night his sponsor said, you want to keep this thing? Give away what you're getting. Every time you pass it on, it stops being just theory. Caleb started noticing the shift. He had a little self-respect. He wasn't just avoiding disaster anymore. He was living a life that actually felt worth protecting. Standing outside a meeting, noticing fewer beat-up cars and tired faces, he realized they were all doing the same wild, quiet thing, turning their will and their lives over, not to some distant sky judge, but to a God they were slowly getting to know through coffee, gatherings, and brutal honesty. For a guy who once swore he'd never submit to anything, Caleb had to admit the punchline. The day he stopped insisting on being captain of a sinking ship was the day he finally started to sail. And every time he walks back into that safe harbor and hands the wheel over one more time, he isn't losing himself. He's becoming the man his addiction never let him meet. And with that, the story you just heard was written and based on today's daily reflection, The Key of Willingness. I'm Sam, a grateful alcoholic. I hope to catch you for another brand new story tomorrow morning. I love you all and have a blessed day.